Hello, my name is Pat, and we thank you for purchasing the Easy Draper. What you're about to see are full instructions on how to use the Easy Draper, and you'll be amazed at what you're going to create. We'll begin with the basics. You saw us do this where you purchased the Easy Draper, but we'll go in little detail here. First of all, the Easy Draper is made of plastic and nylon. Very, very light, very flexible, so you can do bay windows, and very durable. It measures 36 inches. Now, if your window is larger than that, you'll just need to get some twist ties or cable ties, and you can take 2 or 3 or 4 and tie them together at any width that you want to get. Don't worry about the bottom loops. They won't show at all. They'll be covered with fabric. Now, if you've got a real small window, you'll just need to get some wire cutters. You won't want to use scissors because the material is too hard for scissors. Cut them right down the middle, and again, use those twist ties or cable ties and tie it even for the smallest of windows. If you ever move and don't have that small window again, you can untie it and go back and tie it at your original 36 inches. Now that we've reviewed that the draper will do any width window at all, we're going to continue and go into depth about how you can mount your draper. First of all, the easiest way, if you're using any kind of irregular fabric, all you'll need is cup hooks at each end. If you're dealing with a window where you're opening and closing and you don't want the draper to interfere, you'll have equal amounts on both sides hanging. Otherwise, you'll have a lopsided effect. Do as I say, not as I do. I am not going to start in the middle because I'm demonstrating to you and I need the extra fabric. Gather your fabric up and pull it through the top row of loops. Now, how much you pull through is going to determine how full and fluffy your valance will be. And notice I'm only dealing with the top row right now. I'll tell you in just a moment what the bottom row will do. After you've completed doing the whole top row, I'm not doing the whole thing, but you continue and do the whole top row. You'll put your hand right inside your fluff, and you'll look for your raw edges. In this case, they're white. You'll be delighted to know there is no sewing or cutting, so when you find them, tuck them under and fluff it out. Use the full 45 inches or whatever width that you have for a really nice full fluff. Now, you can use any type of fabric at all. Of course, your heavier fabrics, your velvets, the heavier fabrics really stand up very nicely on their own. But if you're using a very, very thin material, you can put tissue paper. Plastic bags work very, very nicely. It will help ensure that they keep fluffy. Just beware of the plastic bags in a bathroom or a humid area because they sweat and your fabric can get wet. So tissue paper in the bathrooms. If you're using a net material or a sheer material, you'll notice that the draper is a milky white. It doesn't show through with the net, which is great because net is very popular throughout the world. If you're using a bed sheet, they're beautiful, they're very, very economical. Take one full sheet, cut it in half lengthwise, fold both halves in half, and you have enough to complete a whole valance. You can match your bed with your window, cover a lampshade. Use your imagination. It's incredible what you can do. After you've completed the whole top row of loops, you'll notice on the bottom are 2 finishing loops. They hang a little bit lower. That's what we're going to do with our valance. We're going to tuck the last fluff right over the finishing loop. Make sure everything is fluffed just the way you like it. You'll turn your valance around, and you'll have about 6 inches of fabric left on each side. Just tuck that in, and you're done. You have a complete balloon valance. No sewing, no cutting. Now, if you like that two-toned effect, like you see right here, do the same exact thing along the bottom row that you did on the top. Pull them out, and they will pull in right between each of the fluffs for really full, beautiful valance. Now, there are many, many looks that you can achieve with the balloon valance. I will show you just by the pull of a little bit of fabric, fluff it out. We'll go for a round corner. Bring it over the finishing loop and tuck it in. All of these little odd shapes have reasons for them. You can tuck in your fabric at any one of them. Do the same exact thing on the top. fluff it in, and you create a whole different look to your valance. You have that round corner. For the rosettes, it is very, very popular. You can do them large, you can do them small. You bring your fabric and you use all your 45 inches, fluff it out, and you'll bring your two raw edges together. And of course you want to play with it